Hello guys, welcome back. Today, our chapter that we're going to learn is about marketing processes and consumer behavior. You see, as consumers, we are influenced by the marketing activities done by people and companies. Marketing activities are done to get our attention, get to know about their product, and ensure that we buy their products rather than their competitors. Being consumers makes us the essential components in the marketing processes. Our needs and our wants are the major forces that drive marketing. Hence, for today, we are going to educate ourselves to understand more about marketing processes and consumer behavior. In this chapter, we're going to learn about the marketing basics, which include marketing plan and also the four components of marketing mix, which is called as the 4Ps, as you can see here. We will also learn about the target markets and also the market segmentations. Lastly, we're going to discuss about the consumer buying process. We'll start our lecture by looking at the definition of marketing. When we talk about marketing, most of us actually think of marketing as advertisement for detergents and soft drinks. Marketing, however, encompasses a much wider range of activities. If you look at the definition given by American Marketing Association, they define marketing as activities, a set of institutions and processes to create, communicate, deliver, and exchange offering that have value for customers, for clients, partners, and society at large. I've also written here the definition of marketing for you to read, but more or less it's quite similar. So what causes buyer to purchase one product instead of another? Although our desire to purchase product or services are unlimited, we want to purchase and own everything if possible. Our financial resources, which is money, are limited. So we need to be very selective. Therefore, customers usually try to buy products that offer the best value to fulfill their wants and needs. Let's take a look at the value. Let me circle it here. So let's take a look at the value. The value of a product compares its benefits with its costs. Benefits include not only the functions of the products, but also the emotional satisfaction associated with owning, experiencing, or even possessing it. But every product has costs, which include sales price, the cost of buyer's time, and even the emotional cost of making a purchase decision. A satisfied customer perceives the benefit derived from the purchase to be greater than its cost. Therefore, the simple but important ratio for value is derived as follows. Value equals to benefits divided by cost. The marketing strategies employed by companies focus on increasing value for customers. Marketing resources focus on adding benefits or maybe reducing costs of products. This will then lead to perceived increased value for customers, which will satisfy the customers more. So to satisfy customers, a company may, number one, develop an entirely new product that performs better or maybe even provide greater performance benefit than existing product. They can also keep a store open longer hours during a busy season, which add the benefit of greater shopping convenience. They can also offer price reduction, which is the benefit of lower cost. They can also offer information that explain how a product can be used in new ways, which is the benefit of new users at no added cost. To understand how marketing creates value for customers, we need to know the kind of benefits that buyers get from a firm's goods and services. Those benefits will provide customers with utility. Companies try hard to provide four kinds of utilities in the following ways. The first one is the form utility. Marketing has a voice in designing products with features that the customers want. For example, Dell increases its form utility in its laptop by providing laptops that are lighter, that looks nicer, that have more functions. This increases the form utility. When we talk about time utility, marketing creates a time utility by providing products when customers will want them. For example, during Christmas, companies ensure that their products can meet the demand and it can be purchased few weeks before Christmas. 7-Eleven ensure that they can provide very high time utility by operating 24/7, whereby the customers can get what they want anytime. Moving on to place utility, this one here. Marketing creates a place utility by providing products where customers will want them. Companies ensure high place utility by opening up stores near to the local places. Companies also increase place utility by ensuring that their products can be bought online, which makes it very convenient for their customers. The last one is the possession utility. Marketing creates a possession utility by transferring product ownership to customers by setting selling prices, setting terms for customers' credit payment, if needed, and providing ownership document. So those are the 4 types of utility that marketing provides to their customers. The next one we're going to discuss about goods, services, and ideas. You see, actually marketing applies to 2 types of customers. The first one are those who buy consumer goods, and second, those who buy industrial goods. So we have consumer goods and also industrial goods. If you go to department store, the employee who works there may ask if you'd like to try on a new perfume. Or if you go to local auto dealers, they offer you a good car at an affordable price. Those products are all consumer goods. They are tangible goods that you, the consumers, may buy for personal use. Firms that sell goods to consumers for personal consumption are engaged in consumer marketing. We also call this as business to consumer or B2C marketing. However, marketing also applies to industrial goods. They are the physical items used by companies to produce other goods. For example, maybe surgical instrument or bulldozers, they are all industrial goods. And also maybe components and raw materials like concrete, steel, coffee beans, plastics. So firms that sell goods to other companies are engaged in industrial marketing. We also call this as business to business or B2B marketing. But marketing technique also applies to services. This one here. So services are products which is intangible. They are non-physical features. They such as maybe professional advice, insurance, airlines, health clinics, or maybe arrangement for vacations. These are all services. Although marketing often focuses on a single transaction for products, services, or even ideas, marketers must also take a longer term perspective. Therefore, relationship marketing is a type of marketing that emphasizes on building lasting relationship with customers and suppliers. Stronger relationship, which includes stronger economic and social ties, can result in greater long-term satisfaction, customers' loyalty, and customer retention. The way that marketers do in building relationship with their customers have changed over the past few years. New methods such as customer relationship management, CRM, is now being used by companies. Customer relationship management, CRM, is actually an organized method that the company uses to build better information connection with clients, so that managers can develop stronger enterprise client relationship. We also compile data. The compiling and storage of customers' data, known as data warehousing, this one here, data warehousing, provides the raw materials from which marketers can extract information that enable them to find new clients and identify their best customers. Marketers can then use or inform the priority clients about upcoming new products and maybe post-purchase service reminders. This will ensure companies can have maximum impact on their marketing effort. If companies don't use this tool, then they are going to waste a lot of time and money targeting or chasing after the wrong people without getting much sales. Marketing strategies are not determined solely by a business. Rather, they are also strongly influenced by powerful outside forces. As you can see in this figure here, okay, this one here, every marketing program must recognize the factors in a company's external environment, which is everything outside the organizational boundaries that will still affect them. We will briefly discuss how those external factors affect the marketing environment. We have several marketing environment. We're going to go one by one. Yeah. So the first one is the political legal environment. Remember again, this is external. It's outside. This is beyond marketing's capability to control. So the first marketing environment is actually the political legal environment. This includes both global and domestic. they have profound effect on marketing. For example, environmental legislation has surely and will surely impact on how companies market their products. If a government focuses and passes law asking all companies to be more environmental friendly, marketers will then need to strategize again to ensure that their products are deemed environmentally friendly, that their packaging must also be environmentally friendly. They will also communicate this in their advertising. This will lead to better support amongst their customers, while at the same time aligns with the government's rules and regulations. The next one is socio-cultural environment. The socio-cultural environment also impacts marketing. Changing social values force companies to develop and promote new products. For example, if the people are more health conscious, marketers need to ensure that their products are deemed healthy, and they also need to communicate this to their customers. If people are more inclined to read or purchase products online, marketers need to make sure that their marketing efforts are focused more on online initiatives to capture more sales. The next one is the technological environment. The technological environment creates new goods and services. New products make existing products obsolete, and many products change our values and lifestyle. In turn, lifestyle changes often stimulate new products, not directly related to the new technological themselves. Mobile devices, the creation of so many different apps, and social media, for example, they facilitate business communication, just as prepackaged meals provide convenience for busy household cooks. The next environment is the economic environment. Because economic condition determine spending patterns by consumers, businesses, and governments, the economic environment influences marketing plans for product offering, pricing, and promotional strategies. Marketers are always concerned with such economic variables, which include inflation, interest rates, and also recessions. Therefore, marketers monitor the general business cycle to anticipate trends in consumer and also business spendings. I have to turn off the webcam for a while because my picture will block some of the words here. To promote product effectively, marketers must first understand which of the three types of competition that they face. There are three types of competition. The first one is substitute products. Substitute products, they might not look alike, or they may even seem very different from one another, but they can fulfill the same need. This one here. I'll take example. If you are thirsty, you can choose to drink mineral water. You can also choose to drink Coke or even tea. They are not similar, but they fulfill the same need. The next type of competition is the brand competition. In brand competition, it occurs between similar products and it's based on buyers' perception of the benefit of products offered by particular companies. If you want to buy product online, do you search Shopee, Lazada, Taobao, Amazon, or maybe others? Those are examples of brand competition. You will buy based on the benefit that you think is offered by the particular company. The third one is the international competition. International competition, they matches the product of domestic marketers against those of foreign competitors. Okay. For example, in China, Huawei competes not only with foreign companies like Samsung and Apple, they also compete with other local Chinese companies such as Oppo, Vivo, and Xiaomi. This is an example of international competition. Let's move on to the next part, which is developing marketing plan. Marketing plan can only be developed once marketers they really understand their roles and also the nature of their competition. The marketing plan identifies the marketing objectives, and marketing objective states what marketing will accomplish in the future. It also contains strategy that identify the specific activities and resources that will be used to meet the needs and desires of customers. Marketing objective here can be defined, if you look here, marketing objective can be defined as the goals the marketing plans to accomplish. Marketing objectives are the critical elements that guide all of the detailed activities in the plan. And then we also have the marketing managers. The marketing managers are the people responsible for planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the organizational marketing resources towards supporting and also accomplishing the overall organizational mission. Marketing strategies will develop their marketing mix first to cater to different types of target market. Marketing mix consists of 4 P's. These are the marketing mix. The first P is product, if you can see here, product. Second is price. The third is place. Sometimes we call them as distribution. Lastly is promotion. It's important for you to know the 4 P's. Let's take a look at each of the 4 P's in the next slide. The first P is product. Marketing begins with a product. So what is a product? A product is a goods, service, or an idea which are designed to fill in the customer's needs or wants. And you have to know, producers, they often promote particular features of product to distinguish them in the marketplace. And we have this product differentiation. Product differentiation is that we create features or an image that makes a product different enough from their existing products to attract customers. For example, if you think about it, in the recent years, since Apple have first introduced their first iPhone, newer phones are also introduced. These newer phones they are faster, they are more powerful, they are more consumer friendly compared to the previous one. By highlighting these new features, Apple can constantly attract their customers to buy their latest phones and ensure strong financial success. I want to remind you that it is important for companies to highlight these new features. If not, people would not buy the products. The second piece is pricing. The pricing of a product involves selecting the best price at which to sell it. It is often a balancing act. At one hand, prices must support a variety of costs, such as operating, administrative, research costs, marketing costs. On the other hand, prices cannot be too high so that the customers turn to competitors. So it's a balancing act. The third piece is place. Place, or sometimes called as distribution, they refer to where the customers and how the customers get access to the product that they want to buy. When products are created, they must become available to customers at some locations place, such as retail store or on the internet or even by direct delivery to customers. The last piece in marketing is promotion. I apologize that my pictures here is actually blocking some of the words. I can't turn it off right now. So, however, let's focus back. The last piece in marketing mix is promotion. This is the most visible component of the marketing mix, which is promotion. Promotion is actually a set of techniques to communicate information about products. The most important promotional tools include advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, publicity or public relations, and direct or interactive marketing. We're going to look a bit further on the promotional tools. We begin our promotional tools by looking at advertising. Advertising is any form of paid communication used by an identified sponsor to persuade or inform potential buyers about a product. You might notice this a lot in newspapers, social media, and online. So for personal selling, just now we discussed about advertising, now we look at personal selling. For personal selling, it involves person-to-person sales. Many products like insurance, custom design clothing, real estate, they are best promoted through personal selling, or what we call as person-to-person sales. Industrial goods and services rely significantly on personal selling. For sales promotions, previously people used sales promotion by giving out inexpensive items, and this is normally one-time direct inducement to buyers. People use premiums like free gift, coupons, we give package inserts. They are all sales promotions. They are meant to tempt customers to buy products. When we talk about public relations includes all communication efforts directed at building goodwill. It seeks to build favorable attitudes in the mind of the public towards the organization and its products. And integrated marketing strategies ensure that all the 4 P's blend together so that they are compatible with one another and with the company's non-marketing activities. Moving on, marketers have long known that products cannot be all things to all people. The emergence of the marketing concept and also the recognition of customers' needs and wants lead marketers to think in terms of target market. What is a target market? Target market is a particular group of people or organization on which a firm's marketing efforts are focused. Selecting target market is usually the first step in the marketing strategy. Target market requires market segmentation. What is a market segmentation? It is a process which involves dividing a market into categories of customer types or segments having similar wants and needs and who can be expected to show interest in the same product. This one here, market segmentation. Once they have identified segments, companies may adopt a variety of strategies. Let's take a look further on how markets are segmented. Remember, just now we talked about market segmentation, whereby we say that we break the market or we divide the market into different segments or different categories. What are the different segments here? So we have a lot of segments. We can segment the market into geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, geodemographic segmentations, psychographic segmentation, and lastly, behavioral segmentation. So we have about 5. You're going to look at all 5 of them. The first one, you have to understand that many buying decisions are affected by the places people call home. Again, I repeat, many buying decisions are affected by the places people call home. People who live in urban cities will most probably not purchase agricultural equipment. If you are selling boats, the best way is to target those who live near coastal areas. This is example of geographic segmentation. Geographic variables. Geographic variables are the geographic units from countries to neighborhood that researchers consider in a strategy of geographic segmentations. McDonald's restaurant in Germany, if you compare with McDonald's in Malaysia, in Germany, McDonald's, they offer beer on the menu. Why do they do so? They do this to cater to the places that they are selling. The next one is demographic segmentation. This one here. Demographic segmentation is a strategy used to separate consumers by demographic variable. So when we use demographic variable, we will describe population by certain characteristics. What are the characteristics? We can describe the population by looking at their age, maybe their income, gender, ethnic background, marital status, race, religion, social class. So these are all the things that we use for demographic variable. We will show you in the next slide. These are the examples of how demographic segmentation looks like. We break the market based on age, all of this here, okay, education, income, and others. Then we target which one will most probably purchase our product. When we do this, we can focus our marketing effort to the targeted segments. Moving on, we look at geodemographic. This one here, these two. Okay. As the name implies, geodemographic segmentation is a combination strategy. Geodemographic variables are a combination of geographic and demographic traits, and it's becoming more common in segmentation tools. An example would be, if we use this geodemographic segmentation, the example would be female young urban professionals. They are well educated. They are from 25 to 50 years old, with high-paying professionals who live in capital city areas. This is example of geodemographic segmentations. Another way to segment the market is by using psychographic segmentations. Using these methods, market will be separated according to psychographic variables such as lifestyle, interests, personalities, and even attitudes. For example, maybe we segment them by using those who value workout as part of their lifestyle. That's the first. Or perhaps those who are involved in extreme sports, or even those who their lifestyle involves spending time in luxurious stores purchasing high-end products. These are all examples of psychographic variable. Unfortunately, no matter how logically or rationally marketing managers approach their works, their decisions and also their plans may still be less than perfect. In order to make the best decision and maybe develop the most effective marketing plan, they need to conduct marketing research. Marketing research will allow them to gain the latest info. Then they can make decisions based on the updated knowledge or data. Marketing research is the study of what customers needs and want and how best to meet those needs and want. It is a very powerful tool to gain decision-making information. The relationship of research to the overall marketing process is shown in the whole figure here. Now, this is done to increase competitiveness by clarifying the interaction among the firm's stakeholders. Okay, you can see here, marketing variables, environmental products, and also marketing decisions. Market research can be done at almost any point in the product life cycle. But normally, we conduct market research when we want to develop new products or maybe update any products. So in performing market research, there are 5 processes or 5 steps. Okay, these are the 5 steps that we're going to look at. The first one is study the current situation. Here, we check what is the need and what is being done to meet the need. The second one is select a research method. Here, we have to consider the effectiveness and cost of choosing the right research methods. There are plenty of research methods available, so we need to choose them carefully. The third step is we collect data. Most research data can be classified into 2 categories. The first one is primary data. Second one is secondary data. We will look at the types of data after this slide. Once we collect data, then we analyze the data. Okay, let me do it again. We will then analyze the data. Once data are collected, they must be analyzed and organized into meaningful organization. Once you have done that, finally, we will then prepare a report. This report should describe the study's methodology and also the findings. It should also identify solutions and maybe make some recommendations. Remember just now I said there are 2 types of data, secondary and primary data. Let's take a look at the data. We start with secondary first. Secondary data are available from previous research. Here we get the data that we need from other sources that were collected by someone else. For example, we can get the data from governments or other research. Secondary data can save time, effort and money because someone have done it for us. When secondary sources are unavailable or maybe inadequate, researchers have to find or obtain primary data. So primary data here. Primary data is new data from newly performed research. Normally for primary data, we are the ones who collect them on our own. Although marketers generally can tell us what features people generally want in a new refrigerator, and even if they can conduct the most perfect research about refrigerator, they cannot always tell us why people buy particular refrigerators. This question can only be answered in the study of consumer behavior, which is the study of the decision process by which people buy and consume products. To understand consumer behavior, marketers draw heavily on such fields such as psychology and sociology. The result is a focus on 4 major influences on consumer behavior: psychological influences, personal influences, social influences, and cultural influences. By identifying which influences are most active in certain circumstances, marketers can then try to explain why consumer chooses certain things and maybe predict future buying behavior. Psychological influences includes the individual motivations, perceptions, ability to learn, and attitudes that marketers use to study buying behavior. When we talk about personal influences, it includes our lifestyle, our personality, and also our economic status, which will then affect our buying behavior. When we talk about social influences, it includes our family, opinion leaders, people where we normally ask their opinion, and maybe our friends, co-workers. These are all people that influences our purchasing decisions. And lastly, cultural influences. Our culture, our subculture, our social class, they all influence our purchasing decisions. Why we buy certain product, not the other products. The next thing that we're going to learn today is consumer buying process. You see, before you make any major purchases, most people, they will seek information from personal sources. They seek information from public sources and also maybe their experiences. Even for you, before you join business courses, you may already read about the course online. You may go to Taylor's website, you ask your friends, you ask your families, or you go to social media to find out more. Ultimately, we all make purchase decisions. The buying decisions, okay? The buying decisions are based on rational motives, emotional motives, or even both. Rational motives involve the logical evaluation of products or attributes. You evaluate cost, quality, usefulness. Emotional motive involve non-objective factors, which include sociability, imitation of others, or maybe aesthetic self. When customers make purchases, we don't make it randomly. We always undergo some consumer buying process. The process starts with customers recognizing a problem or a need. Let's take a look at, let's say we want to buy a blazer. So we start with us recognizing a problem or a need. Here, we might want to buy a new blazer as you have just obtained your first job, and this job require you to wear a new blazer in office. Then after that, you will proceed with information seeking. The search here might not be extensive, but before making any purchases, especially if you make new purchases and you don't have experience before, then you will seek some information, maybe from your friends, your families, online, etc. In this case, you might ask your friends about how to find a good blazer, where to find them, what are the average price, and etc. Next, you will evaluate all the alternatives by comparing according to normally prices and quality. So you compare according to prices and quality before you decide which one best meets your need, and of course also according to your budget. Ultimately, you will make purchases, whether it's based on rational, emotional, or some other factors. In this case, you purchase your blazer. Lastly, you will check back on your purchase evaluation. This is what we call as post-purchase behavior. You will evaluate how the blazer felt, how it makes you feel, look good or not, people's feedback and others. You will then feel whether it was worth it or not. If you feel it is worth it, most probably the next time you want to buy the blazer again, you might go to the same shop or buy from the same brand. Now we shift our focus to business marketing. A lot of times when we might think that marketing only focuses on public as their customers. Although this is true, marketing also understands that there are also other markets for them to focus on. They can also focus on other businesses and follow the same marketing processes when they are marketing to other types of businesses. These are some of the types of businesses that marketing have to focus on. The first one is service companies marketing. The service companies marketing consists of many firms that provide services to the purchasing public. Imagine, for example, the materials and supply Disney World need to provide exceptional experience for visitors. This also includes clinics, hospitals, barbers, universities, and others that provide service to their customers. Okay. The next one is industrial marketing. The industrial markets include businesses that buy goods to be converted into other products or that are being used during production. It includes farmers, manufacturers, and some retailers. For reseller market, before products reach consumers, they pass through a reseller market consisting of intermediaries, wholesalers, and retailers that buy and resell the finished goods. Guys, this is our lecture note. You can key it in our lecture attendance, B2B 1997. We are still at business marketing. Now we have another market, which is what we call as institutional market. Institutional market, they consist of non-governmental organizations such as hospital, churches, museums, and charities. This organization, they use supplies and equipment. They also use legal things like accounting, transportation services. In our last part of this lecture, we will focus on social networking. Social networking that are being used by marketers today refer to communication that flows among people and organizations. They interact through an online platform, and it facilitates building social relations among their users. So we have social networking media, which are websites or maybe access channels such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, to which millions of consumers go for information, to obtain information and discuss before making their purchase decisions. So these are some of the social networking media. In social media marketing, we have a form of marketing which is called as the viral marketing. Viral marketing is a form of marketing that relies on social networking and the internet to spread information like a virus from one person to another. So the marketing purposes may be to increase brand awareness, maybe they want to promote new products, or maybe they want to foster excitement, or even stimulate sales. So marketers, which include giants like HSBC, McDonald's, eBay, Taobao, they also use corporate blogs. And we have been using corporate blogs increasingly, and this is mainly for public relations, brandings, and otherwise spreading messages that stimulate chat about products to target markets. So that's it for today, guys. We have covered some information about marketing here today. I hope you benefit from this lecture. Thank you and have a good day.